Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Inventors Launchpad Network. I am Carmine Danisco, your host for today's show. We're doing a live show from Las Vegas, the hardware show. It's pretty awesome here. We're snuck in a little early so that we could get some interviews in with some of the participants. Some of the inventions are awesome. I'm going to take some videos, run through the booths, and show you guys some of these things. I have with me a gentleman who's been working on his product for a couple years. I've known him, talked to him. His wife, they're really blowing it out here at the hardware show. But the product is so awesome. I wanted to bring it on. We usually don't do video. I want to do video so you could see the product. His name is Paul Manning, and I'm going to bring him on. We're going to talk a little about his product. Hey, Paul, let's go, man. What's happening?
Good morning. Pumped up, ready. Yesterday was wonderful here. Had a lot of success yesterday. It was great. It really was. It was well worth coming.
You know, I've been trying to get over to your booth, and each time I walked over, you had people there talking to. So, I mean, it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We were loaded up. Yes,
well, let's talk a little bit about your product, and we only got about 15 minutes or so. And how long have you been working on this? I mean, I've known you guys for what, about a year and a half, 2 years already, right?
Yeah. I guess how I started, I own a commercial janitorial service. And I had a heart attack, and I couldn't help my women clean baseboards. So even as weak as I was, I went out in my shop, sat down on the floor, and I started trying to build something to help my women clean baseboards and help people like myself that was that sick. I said, now I need help. So I started piddling, putting together, and just kept working on it, and just obsessed with it now. You just love it. Just it's my baby.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that inventing is a process. Sometimes a new inventor thinks their idea, that the first idea they came up with is, that's it. That's never going to change. This is my idea. It's going to sell to millions of stores. But I mean, it's a process, right? I mean,
absolutely.
Talk a little bit about, your first ideation and, where you are now with it. I mean, was there several different versions or changes?
Absolutely. I literally started with a little tin pole, the cheapest pole you could buy at your hardware store for $3-4. And I started cutting them up in little pieces and longer pieces. And then I literally went and bought the fittings just in your hardware store and started driving them with a hammer in the end, and was using a rag as far as the guide system goes on it. And it's just passion, and you just make it better and better. And now, compared to your average extension pole, this has probably 15 tweaks that's been made to make this work. And so it's just a love of it. It's love. You got to love what you're doing.
Yeah. I love when a product comes to not only a hardware show or in front of a buyer or somebody, and it works. Like, you don't have to explain the product. You explain the uses. You explain the benefits. But if you could just hand a product to somebody and they use it, they get it. It's such a nice thing. A lot of people, sometimes they hand you this idea or invention, but they got to explain to you how it works.
Right.
That's not the right way to do it, right? Yeah, you got to talk into the mic or move it over for her.
Anyways, you just keep tweaking, and video tells a lot, because you're going to get asked the same questions. The biggest thing I found is people, they want to ask you the same question 100 times, okay, or different people, okay? So when they have an issue with it, you go home and you fix it. If they have anything, if there's any negative to it, and you hear anything, you go home and you work on it till you get that right. So nobody can ask the question. Nobody's come to me yesterday, and we had flogs of people.
Yeah, you did.
Without that, no one had a negative, because we fixed all of them. That's why you have the 15 tweaks. We have beat it. We use it in our business every day, and it has changed our profit margin by a lot. No more climbing, stooping, bending, cracks, crannies, crevices.
That's for me. That sounds like something I want to use.
Spray some place. And I tell you, if you have toys, boats, RVs, whatever, interior, exterior, wet or dry, spray some pledge in it, disinfectant in it, and it's designed to hold a lot of moisture. So, if you just want to wet something a little bit, just dump 10% of the brush into the cleaning solution you're using. If you want a lot, then you use a lot. Just wet your surface if you're using it wet, and just wet it, and you're going to do, here you go. You want to go from 16 foot up to the floor, but you won't be climbing or bending or kneeling. And I think that's very important.
Yeah. So this is your first time at the show.
Absolutely.
And,
we're launching here.
What's weird is it's kind of nerve-wracking when you're first coming in, you're preparing, you don't know what to expect. So, I mean, the overall experience seems to be, this is only the first day. And like I said, you were flogged with people, as you said.
Yes, it was worked hard and long, prepared, prepped, and it was 100% success yesterday.
Wow.
I just can't. I would tell if it. I'm a percentage guy, so I would say 80, but it was 100%.
Wow. That's
Absolutely.
awesome. And you don't tell anybody. Would you have any kind of deals in the works? I mean, we won't tell anybody?
Absolutely.
That's
Yes, sir.
awesome.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
That's great.
And
So
more
is this
coming.
product for sale? Can people find it if they're listening?
No, not right now.
So
We're launching it
that's okay.
today. It's
Wow.
we really haven't. We want to get with the right people.
Yeah, that's true.
To see what they can do. We don't want to just sell or license to somebody. We want to get the right people involved.
Because it looks like a finished product. It looks like it's ready to go.
Absolutely, it's ready to go. It's packaged. We have manufacturers in another country. We have molds. We're set.
Wow.
They're waiting for this show to finish for us to make our first order, or whoever gets interested to do it. Yep, we're ready to go.
Wow, that's great. So if there's somebody out there who's listening wants to get in touch with you, maybe to purchase or to help out, how they get in touch with you?
It would be spinaway.us. Spinaway.us.
Okay, cool.
Paul at spinaway.us.
You're like me. I'm not too technical.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
and it's quite, like you said, it's overwhelming. So you'll forget your own name if you're not careful.
Well, Paul, listen, thanks for jumping on today. I appreciate it. I wish all the success, all the luck, and I'm pulling for you, man. I love the product.
Thank you for the support you've given me. I honestly do. I really do.
Oh.
We work hard. Everybody works hard that I've met. And Chris Landano, he has been
All right, great.
my
you need a team, right? You mean you need
people that's going to back you, and absolutely, and be there for you year after year, and never ask for nothing. Just want to see you succeed.
Yeah, isn't that great? It's great. Awesome.
Yeah,
all right, well, thanks for being on today, and we'll catch you next time. And I'm going to walk the show, man. I'm watching and see what's happening. You got to maybe come back on the show in a couple months or so. Let us know how everything made out.
Absolutely.
That would be fun.
Thank you so much, Carmine.
All right, guys, take care.